While schizophrenia only affects 1% of the population, it can be a life-altering and debilitating disease for those that suffer from it. The symptoms include hallucinations, both auditory and visual, as well as paranoia and delusions. The book we're going to discuss is called The Place Between Breaths by Ann Na, and is the tragic story of Grace King and her family. Close to a decade ago, Grace's mother left her and her father in an attempt to save them from herself. Grace's mother sadly suffered from schizophrenia, which happens to be a genetic disorder, meaning it will likely affect the children of those who have it. Grace and her father work in a genetics laboratory searching for any clues that could lead to a cure or improved treatments. As Grace's story continues, her illness begins to progress. She constantly hears the sounds of an approaching train. She begins to see bugs crawling out of nowhere and enveloping her body, and is unable to remember people and places that have been familiar to her for years. She describes her experience. "I'm screaming so hard. Dad's face begins to fade. I can't stop. Dad begins to grow lighter, blending into the background of the room as the train grows closer, and all I can do is clamp my hands over my ears before falling to the ground. I try to pound the noise out of my head. My teeth sink into the soft flesh of my tongue. Blood pools in my mouth. I gag, choke for air. My hands tremble against my lips. Scarlet drops fall to the floor. Dad, I cry in fear. Help me. How can there be a train? There is no train. This is not real. This is not real. I bury my hands into the rug, grip every single fiber, but I hear it coming for me, feel the rumble beneath my feet. I will myself to die before the train explodes into the house. I smash my face against the floor. My nose fills with blood. The iron salt warmth pours down the back of my throat and chokes me. I curl into myself, pulling my knees up to my chest. Let me die, I whisper. Please, let me die. I refuse to live like this. In this place, I stop breathing. As the onset progresses, the story begins to blur the lines between reality and the way that Grace sees it. It makes you question whether the people in her life are really there or if they're a conjuring of her imagination. The Place Between Breaths begs the question, will Grace be able to find the cure and save herself before it's too late, or will the disease that destroyed her mother take her too?